Hi, Kat here for Lightwave Digital. This is going to be an interesting kind of topic, and it's basically about creating polygons from scratch and the different modes that allow you to do certain things in a certain order. Going to the Create tab in Lightwave Modeler, we're going to go down to Points, and we're going to just add a point. Now I can add another point, and using the right mouse button, if I want, I can create additional points. Now, if I want to turn this into a polygon, there are two ways I can go about doing it. It really depends on the selection order of the points. So going over to point mode, dropping the selection of points that were created, let's go and select them in a particular order. Now you notice that I've gone counterclockwise. Now I can hit P to make that polygon, and as you can see, it doesn't really show up except if I'm on the other side of it. Let's undo that and select a different direction. Let's go clockwise this time. Okay, let's hit P for polygon, and we notice that we were on the other side. Now if we go back over to the side that we started at, we can see that it's created a polygon that way. So there's two different directions that are dependent on basically how a polygon will be created. Let's kill that and go over to Pen. Now Pen is an interesting tool. It allows you to basically create a polygon while creating points. And we can see that it automatically generates the polygon as we go along. Now let's say, for example, I want to make this double-sided. Now I've gone into my menu layout and added these two buttons, which is make double-sided and make polygon. P is the default for make polygon, but there is no shortcut for make double-sided, although you can create one yourself. The double-sided function basically tells Modeler that this polygon has two sides to it, even though it doesn't have any actual depth. So let's make it double-sided, and we can now see it from both sides. When selected, we'll also see that it has a dominant normal, and it doesn't have one sticking out the other side. So if by chance I want to use the bevel tool and create an extension of that, it's going to create it off of the dominant side by default. We can individually select this originally double-sided polygon that we created now because we now have extra geometry. And by hitting B for bevel again, we can extend it, and by default it will go in that direction. That's just an example of how these tools are influenced by the direction of the polygon normal as well as the selection of points when you're creating polygons from scratch.